Good morning. So we're gonna try something a little bit different. We're gonna do something a little more vlog style today because I've got a really packed day, some kind of fun things going on. So we're gonna try this out and see what you think. So if you like the video, you like this kind of vlog style, a little bit of a day in the life of, please be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you wanna see more like it. And don't forget to ring the bell if you want notifications when new videos are coming. So today, packed day. In a few minutes, I got a phone call with a producer from PBS who's interested in doing a story on Operation Sidekick. Operation Sidekick is the nonprofit organization that I work for. In fact, I'm sporting their t-shirt all day today. In pairing service dogs with veterans that have PTSD. So I'm gonna chat with him, kind of see what they wanna do for this story, kind of what the coverage looks like, and we're looking at shooting that video next week, so hopefully we'll have something out pretty soon on how that goes. We've also got some training clients today. We are working with Oreo and Grizzly, so some private clients to work with their dogs one-on-one with some things that they're looking to work on their behaviors in regard to. We also have got an interview with Charlotte Magazine, and we're headed over to the shelter as well to meet a couple of adoptable animals over there, try to help get some exposure for them before they become in danger of euthanasia. So lots going on. Thanks for coming along with me. Again, remember to hit the like button if you like this type of video. It's brand new. We're gonna try it out and see how it goes. So we just pulled up into Charmec Animal Care and Control, which is the animal care and control facility in Mecklenburg County in Charlotte, North Carolina, because there's a couple of dogs here that we want to take a look at and kind of get a feel for their temperament and their personalities. One was was picked up by a police officer that's a friend of mine. She's a senior citizen. Her name is Bean, so we're going to check her out. And then also there's another dog here that's a staff favorite. His name is Triumph, and he unfortunately has had two failed adoptions, and we're trying to kind of get a good idea as to why he's had failed adoptions, because apparently he's a great dog, seems super sweet. He's young, he's 2 years old, he's already neutered, current on vaccines. They're not even charging an adoption fee for him. So we're gonna meet Triumph, we're gonna get a good feel for his personality, see how he does around the other kennel animals, and just play with him for a little bit and kind of get a feel for him and go from there. Hi, handsome boy. He's what?
He's super friendly.
Hey, buddy.
You're pretty cute.
Hi, friend. Hi, buddy. Hi.
I brought some cookies. You want a cookie?
He loves it. You want a cookie? Oh, perfect. Good sit. Good boy. What a good boy you are. Is that good?
There's someone else in the yard next to it, but he's like fine with the other dogs if they're over there, like unless that dog is like blundering in.
He's fine with the boundary kind of thing? Okay, well, let's take him over.
know it's the kennel stress.
Good. Getting hot. So Just because you know him a little bit too.
Yeah.
And how old is he? Remind me.
They said 2.
He's about 2 years
heartworm
old.
Negative,
Good.
so-
What do you see as being kind of his ideal home?
I mean, I think his ideal home would probably be a home that didn't have any other animals to start. Someone that probably had time to exercise him. You know, someone who has had a dog before that was experienced in handling a dog. I mean, you know, he's got a little bit of kennel stress, so he does need that exercise. But he does once he's settled in, it kind of becomes like a loving couch potato dog. It just takes him a minute to settle down. So
Good boy. So he likes exercise, but he likes the snuggle time
yeah.
too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like after, you know, I took him for a walk the other day, and then he just like laid in my lap on the couch, you know. So I think part of his,
Good boy.
you know, activity level is just him not getting any activities. So like, which isn't really fair. So.
Okay. What about little kids?
He loves little kids.
He
like,
does.
Previous owner, he lived with a baby, like, you know, basically a newborn to 6 months old, like, and he was perfect with her. And we
Good.
tested him with teenagers and kids from like 6 to 12 or whatever, and he's been great with everyone.
So he likes all age ranges
Yeah.
for the most
He's
part.
very,
Good
very
boy.
people
Do you like kids?
He's
a good boy?
Good boy. Has he had any training while he's here? I noticed that he sat right away.
Yeah,
when he
so
saw the
he-
treat in my hand when he wasn't obviously overheated, but he
Yeah.
sat down beautifully. Has he had some training?
Yeah, so he 100% knows sit, and he did have some leash training before, but then when they took him, they
didn't keep
leash
up with
train
it
him,
at
and
all.
then it kind of fell down. But I mean, he knows it crate trains beautifully. Like if you tell him to go in the crate, he'll go in there and
He knows
sit
what
in
to
there.
do.
Yep,
Yeah.
he'll even sit in there with the door open sometimes. Yeah, but I mean, he's a very trainable dog. Like, you know, he's
Responds very well.
yeah, and he wants to please. Like he's just such a like.
So you think he's more kind of attached to people than he is aloof or independent?
Yeah, I think he definitely wants to please.
Hey, this is Sara, and I am at Sara Animal Care and Control in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're here with Triumph. Triumph is currently on the adoption list and really needs a good home quickly because unfortunately he is in danger of euthanasia for the amount of time that he's been here. Now, Triumph would make a good dog for an only dog family. He really is eager to people please. He's trying to get to some of the kids that are back here right now. He loves kids. Cool thing about Triumph is he has zero adoption fee attached to him whatsoever, so it's actually free to adopt Triumph. He's about 2 years old. He comes completely vaccinated. He's already neutered. He's heartworm negative, and he's a super, super sweet boy who's eager to please and eager to learn. So Triumph could be yours for free. If you live in Mecklenburg County, you have to pay the licensing fee, which is all of $10, but anybody from any county can come adopt Triumph. Again, he is at Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control, and most of these dogs you usually have to have an ID, an animal ID to come in with, but because the staff and the volunteers here love him so much, if you ask for him by name, they'll know exactly who you mean. So come check out Triumph. You can interact with him and see what you think about his personality. We've worn him out. He's super hot from playing, but he's a snuggle bug, so come check him out. So we just left Animal Care and Control in Charlotte, and we had the opportunity to meet Triumph, and he really is a big, handsome, sweet boy. Needs a little exercise from time to time, definitely a snuggle bug. Really didn't show any super concerning issues with some of the other dogs that were around. I really like him. He's a good boy. I can see why he is a shelter staff and volunteer favorite. And then we received some interesting information on Bean. We didn't get to meet her. She's the little senior pit bull that was picked up by a police officer friend of mine, and we were hoping to get her out. Senior dogs are typically pretty difficult to adopt out because everyone's excited about the puppy phase, even though puppies are way harder than seniors. But she was microchipped, and they did get in contact with her original owners who said they were coming back for her, and time after time after time have decided that they don't want to come back for her and now refuse to answer anybody's calls. So she's officially abandoned. However, when we went to meet with her today, we found out that someone took her home a little bit earlier on what's called a staycation. And a staycation at the shelter is kind of like a foster to adopt program. So great news for Bean, even though she's a senior pitty and usually a little harder to adopt out. She has a really sweet personality, so a couple of people have decided to take her home and do a little foster to adopt potential with her, so she might be in a permanent placement. She is heartworm positive, so she will need to be treated, and hopefully that won't be, that won't have any weight on what decision they make, because she's a very, very sweet girl. So fingers crossed that we don't even have to go evaluate Bean, that she might be already in her permanent home. All right, so we're headed over to the first client of the day, which is the big black Chow Chow. We're gonna do just a little bit of recall work with his owners to get him started. Go over and grab a cup of coffee with Jarrett from Charlotte Magazine. He's doing a piece on apartment complexes. We've got this big boom happening in the Queen City and all these people are moving to Charlotte, but there's a problem that's kind of underlying in regard to what kind of dogs you have and where you can and can't live. So Jarrett kind of wants to tackle the pit bull problem that we see with a lot of pit bull type dogs being banned from different apartment complexes, and what kind of effect that has on all these people moving to Charlotte. So Jared and I have been communicating back and forth for about a month now, and we're finally getting together to do a little interview for his piece that's gonna come out in December. So we're gonna grab a cup of coffee, talk about the problem, talk about some potential solutions, and kind of see what we can get out of it to bring some exposure to this problem. Just wrapped up a brief interview with Jared from Charlotte Magazine. That went really, really well. I'm really excited about the piece that he's putting together to publish, which is going to come out later on this year. It's scheduled to hit the magazine in December, so I'll be sure to post that on my website when it does come out. Jared was super nice, and again, I'm pretty happy that he's covering this problem in regard to how many people are moving to Charlotte and the problem they're facing with the apartment complexes that have so many breed bans in place. So I'm really looking forward to what he puts out. I'm pretty excited about our conversation that we just had about it. So look forward to seeing what he puts together come December. So headed out to my last client appointment for the day, which is Oreo. He's a super cute little fluffy Havanese who has some impulse issues, a little bit of stress concerns, and so we're gonna start with some very foundational work with Oreo today with his owner to help him alleviate some of his anxieties and make him less likely to act out on some of his fears. So we're gonna head over to Oreo's house now and get started with his owner. So we've had a pretty packed day today with this morning starting with our call from PBS. We've got some cool things coming up next week with them for that. Had a couple of training clients. Both Grizzly and Oreo did really, really well today. I'm lucky because they're both super smart dogs and their people are easy to work with, so that was fun. Got our interview together with Jared for Charlotte Magazine, and we've just non-stop been going. So I'm home finally for the day. I'm gonna grab Blue Ivy here. We're gonna go for a little walk so I can decompress a bit and she can get some exercise, and we'll spend some time with the fam. So thanks for coming along on the journey with us for our first kind of vlog. kind of a day in the life of to see what we do on a regular basis. Every day is kind of a fun new adventure, but at least you get to see a little bit of what I do when I'm not on doing training videos. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll check you out soon.
Ready?